A Spurs team walking to the locker room earlier, determined to have a big night on their home court. Welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill, and giving us the rundown from the sidelines, reporter Allie LaForce. And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Both of the towers out there for him. Cat at the 4, Gobert at the 5. And it's Conley in at the point. And for the Spurs, Barnes and Sohan, your small and power forwards. Devin Vassell out there with Chris Paul. And it's Wembanyama in at the center position. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Now here's Sohan. Outside Barnes. Three-pointer. Gets the 3 to fall.
Barnes is really textbook in his posture on this shot. I mean, he squares up well and knocks it down.
Out to the wing. Pass to McDaniels. Kicks it out Towns. 5 to shoot. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Now here's Barnes. With the fadeaway. Wembanyama with a bucket.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Many teams try to play 2 bigs in their lineup, but without success. Grant, what makes Minnesota different?
You know, B.A., the fact that no matter who's in that rotation up front, one of the 2 bigs can stretch the floor. And then on the defensive side, they use their length to contest shots on the perimeter.
Barnes against McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. Now here's Towns. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite 3-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Paul passes to Wembanyama. Back to Paul. Driving inside. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist.
Chris Paul's got a real knack for absorbing contact, finding that defender's body, and still not letting that affect him or distract him from getting his shot up and finishing.
And that one's good from Conley.
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here's Vassell. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Grant, compared to some of the flashier scorers, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circus shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks.
And so he makes both from the line. The Timberwolves have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Gobert. Conley up top. Outside McDaniels. And here's Conley. Shoots over Paul. The shot by Conley, no good. Conley's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Paul with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Paul passes to Wembanyama. To the middle. Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
And Edwards, here we go. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Conley. Towns a screen on Paul. Here's Conley. Right side Edwards. Here's the 3. San Antonio with a rebound. Vassell outside. To the inside. Paul gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Paul knows exactly which angle he wants to take on that shot inside. That just comes from great awareness.
Here's Edwards. Sohan with a rebound.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Beyond the arc. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Timberwolves trail by 8. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. I asked him directly about facing Anthony Edwards, and Coach said, he's just so dynamic, right? Our hope is that we can control the pace, make this our kind of game, and he'll be a little less explosive. So the plan is to stifle Edwards by not letting him play at his tempo. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And San Antonio making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Ingles, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker comes in for Anthony Edwards. Here's Paul. Vassell outside. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Paul passes to Wembanyama. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Pass to Towns. Back to Conley. Over Paul. And that one's good from Conley. Conley's got his second basket.
Basketball can be very simple. If you can let Conley run the pick and roll, it's normally a good thing.
Here's Wembanyama with the drive. Banked it in off the glass.
Hey, if you give him room, he's going to score the ball.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Conley looking for an opening. Pass to Towns. Ingles from outside. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And that concludes the first quarter of play. San Antonio on top, up by 5. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for San Antonio.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. Harrison Barnes out there with Wembanyama, and it's Jones in at the point guard position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Edwards on the wing. Alexander Walker. Reed passes to Edwards. Anthony Edwards rains one in.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch him, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching.
Here's Barnes. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Boy, the size and quick release Barnes has helps him inside. I mean, he feels very comfortable shooting from here.
Now here's Conley. Outside, Alexander Walker. Left side, Edwards. It's good! Edwards, what strength!
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
Outside Barnes. Vassell, a screen on Reed. Vassell outside. Offline with a 3. The Timberwolves trail. It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Vassell. Gobert passes to Edwards. And there's a 3-second violation. Sohan's checked in for San Antonio. Paul comes in for Jones. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Towns is checked in. San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Pass to Wembanyama. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns with the ball. He's got 6. Shoots over Paul. Here's Edwards. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Here's Barnes. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Timberwolves have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
For San Antonio, they've gone 1 for 6 in the second quarter. Not great. Outside Barnes. Launches a 3. Counted from distance. Barnes has got 5 points now in the quarter. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Sharp recognition that time by Conley. Tell you what, he always makes the right play.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns has welcomed Anthony Edwards to a co-starring role on the Wolves. Towns said, quote, "I never wanted to be a bad vet. I wanted to be one of the successful stories that brought the best out of the young guy, and I think I've done a great job of supporting Ant." Brian, reminiscent of how KG helped him years back, maybe?
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. The Timberwolves making a switch here. McDaniels checked in. Here's Conley. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
What a move by Gobert. Closing that open space in the pick and roll.
And San Antonio has possession. Here's Paul. Wembanyama, screen on Conley. Here's Paul. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Paul's got 6.
Smooth reverse. He knew just what he was doing there.
Conley against Paul. The shot by Conley, no good. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Outside Paul. Pass to Wembanyama. Shot clock at 6. That shot, no good. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. San Antonio on top, up by 2. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Coach Greg Popovich, and Coach, you look at the offensive execution for this team. What are you seeing?
I think they've done a pretty good job in moving the basketball, keeping up the pace, because we've been playing in mud a little bit lately, but the pace has been pretty good.
Hopefully that pace continues in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Hey, we've seen Harrison Barnes really having a great game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the court for the Timberwolves. Both of the towers out there for him. Cat at the 4, Gobert at the 5. Conley and Ann on the 1 and the 2. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. Here's Paul. Outside Barnes. Tries it from the top of the key. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. Minnesota has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
Yeah, I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
Minnesota in the lead. 90 seconds into the second half now. Count it. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
Edwards got a tight handle now and enjoys breaking out these types of moves on him.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Edwards against Vassell, and he gets that one.
And when wings take it down low, good things happen.
Here's Conley. Picked by Gobert. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Minnesota shooting their second and third shots at the line here. Free throw drops for Conley.
And Conley's a guy that leads by example. And as a result, his teammates respect and trust him completely.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Outside Barnes. Pass to Wembanyama. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Paul against Conley. Picked by Gobert. Conley goes in. Now Gobert. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Conley's got 5 assists in the game. Spurs trail by 6. Now Sohan. He's scoreless. And it's in there.
They're using his size well and putting some muscle behind his play. That's how Sohan gets to his shot inside.
And here's Conley. He has 6. Outside Edwards. Inside, Edwards lays it in.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting a rock every time.
Paul looking it over. To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Just a big man playing big. No way to stop it.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. And Minnesota with possession here. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Conley passes to Gobert. Back to Conley. Here's Towns. It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Vassell. Another miss by Minnesota.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, there's a lot of room for growth for the Spurs, even with their rising star, Victor Wembanyama, who said, "I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time before we contend for a title. I'm ready for anything and ready to sacrifice. I'm patient, but I'm not wasting time." Brian, plenty of motivation.
Chasing greatness is what they're doing, Allie. 3 on the clock. And the basket by Edwards.
Nice mid-range J from Edwards there. He's obviously not too concerned about what the analytics say about that shot.
Sohan outside. Wembanyama, high post. Right wing. Here's a 3 from Paul. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Barnes. Here's Edwards cutting inside and stolen by Paul. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. 14 feet away. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 14-6 run. Towns a screen on Paul. Conley passes to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Conley plays with a lot of intelligence.
Wembanyama scanning the floor from downtown, and Vassell the bucket on the assist by Wembanyama. Vassell's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Edwards, and that's not gonna go. Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. More 2K action in just a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Jones and Vassell are the 1 and the 2. Wembanyama out there with Johnson. And it's Collins in at the 5, down low. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Minnesota leading by 5. Here's Edwards. Anthony Edwards takes the contact.
You know, when you're a guard like Edwards, I think you need the teardrop in your arsenal. Too many great rim protectors in the NBA. That's a shot you need to have.
Now here's Jones. Vassell outside. Over Edwards. Vassell can't get it to go. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Edwards with it. Picked up by Collins. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, BA. And that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You've got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself.
The Spurs making a switch here. Paul's checked in. Now here's Paul. Collins with a screen on Conley. From 13, Paul's shot is off. And so Conley will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Edwards. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Spurs trail by 9. Left side Paul. It's tipped. Down low. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
Now here's Edwards. Kicks it out Towns. Pass to Conley. Over Collins. Outside Ingles. Here's Edwards. Tries again. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Edwards got 14 points now in the second half.
Boy, great take by Edwards, making the correct decision in the pick and roll there.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He is not messing around. calling them into the huddle. And the Spurs with some changes. Sohan comes in for Collins, and Harrison Barnes is subbed in for Johnson. And the Timberwolves also making a change. McDaniels is checked in for Ingles. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was telling his team. And Coach had a simple message for their team saying, hey, we're right there. Let's start with a stop. Knock down a couple shots, and we'll be up. Sometimes the best instructions are the basic ones. PA?
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Conley, following the bucket by the Spurs. And it's powered home by Towns.
Virtually no way to stop Towns. He's extremely dangerous that close to the bucket.
Paul passes to Wembanyama. Wembanyama, nice persistence to tip it back in.
Big time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Vassell with it, now guarded by McDaniels. Barnes, it's good.
Boy, I tell you, I love seeing Barnes take these shots. Doesn't get overwhelmed, doesn't rush it, takes his time, and delivers.
Towns a screen on Paul. Here's Conley. Pass to Towns. That one's good, and it's Conley who picks up the assist. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
Now here's Sohan. And no good. Good D by Gobert. Here's Edwards. Edwards rises up and powers it down.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Pass to Wembanyama. Over Towns, and Wembanyama gets it to go.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
Conley against Paul. Kicks it out Towns.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
It doesn't look good, even with the quick bucket here.
Good size on Vassell. Learning how to maneuver it inside.
First team foul.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that trims the lead to 6.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Second team foul.
41 seconds left in the fourth. And here's Minnesota now. Here's Edwards. And he drives in. And Edwards slams it in.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
San Antonio with the ball. Following the score by Minnesota. Vassell passes to Wembanyama. That shot off. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Towns outside. Launches it. Barnes with the rebound. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
All right, I'm with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, congratulations on the victory. What was key in getting the win here tonight?
I mean, we played like we wanted it more. You know, we came out here and we just did a lot of great defensive stops. It wasn't offensive. It was more defensive. We did a great job. We got those 50-50 balls, put us in a nice position.
We can see and feel that desperation. Congrats on the win.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game. Anthony Edwards.
Make your hell gaming.